Hi everyone, Jennifer Blevins-Smith with Integral Clinic Solutions, and you're watching my YouTube channel, Navigating the Business of Medicine. Today I want to talk about fee schedule compliance. Before I jump into this new topic today, I just want to bring awareness that I have started some new videos and they are patient-centric. They are going to be for patients to watch, and I'm wanting to help patients understand their side of healthcare. My goal is to help them feel empowered, to help them feel comfortable in asking questions and understanding the navigation in healthcare from the patient side. And also, I want to provide a resource for you, my healthcare professionals, to be able to tell your patients that they can check out my channel on different topics that maybe they need to learn. A few weeks ago, I actually released the first one. The thumbnails look a little bit different, so we're trying to make it a little bit easier to decipher between them. And the first one I released is actually on insurance definitions to help patients understand what a deductible is, a copay is, a coinsurance, in-network, out-of-network. All of the things that I know from working in healthcare is very frustrating when patients don't understand their benefits. And also from a patient perspective, how frustrating it is to get a bill because you don't understand your benefits. So if you can point your patients to my channel and help them learn, that would be fantastic. I'm going to be releasing another one soon, my second one, and it's on patients' rights. And then I'm going to do a patient's responsibilities. So some really exciting things coming up. I hope that you will support my channel even more by referring your patients to the channel for the videos aimed at them. Okay, so we're going to go back to the topic today, and that's fee schedule compliance. Fee schedule compliance is really important, and it's been brought to my attention how many people don't understand the gravity of not understanding that you need to have certain guidelines or follow certain guidelines when you establish your fee schedules. This is not just your insurance charge fee schedule. This also includes your time of service discount fee schedule for self-pay patients. I have had clients that have multiple different self-pay and insurance fee schedules, and I ask them kind of the reason behind it, and they just say, well, we don't want our write-offs to be that large, or because of the place of service, we want to give a different discount. You can't do that. Per Medicare guidelines, and remember, even if it's not for Medicare patients, because you bill Medicare and you're in an agreement, you're enrolled with Medicare, you have to follow their compliance, their guidelines, their requirements, no matter what the insurance is. So with that being said, you can only have one usual and customary rate fee schedule. That's even for self-pay patients, to be honest with you. If you read the fine print, and again, I am not a lawyer. If you don't believe me or you have questions about it or you want to find ways around it, because I'm sure there's some loopholes I'm not aware of, but if you read CMS, you will see that the guidelines say you have to have one usual and customary fee schedule for everybody. That's to make it fair across the board. That means that all of your insurances, all of your places of service in which you offer services need to be billed at the same rate, whether it's 200% of the Medicare allowed fee schedule to 50% of Medicare fee schedule, however you set up your Medicare fee schedule, however you set up your charge fee schedule to insurances, it all needs to be uniform and the same across the board no matter what. And it is a trick game, right? Because you have to look at your contracts from your payers to see who's your highest reimbursement of a payer to make sure that you're billing high enough to anticipate those contractual adjustments and you don't get shorted being paid anything, but you also don't want your write-offs to be astronomical with your lower paying payers. It is a juggling game, and sometimes you have to finagle it a little bit to get in that sweet spot if you're a new practice or you've never done it before. But It's one fee schedule. With that being said, you can't have a quote self-pay fee schedule. You could create a fee schedule with the time of service discounts that most likely self-pay patients are going to be taking advantage of. However, you can't have a self-pay fee schedule because then you're having more than two fee schedules. So what I encourage people to do is have their master charge fee schedule that goes to insurance companies, one. After looking at your payer contracts, looking at your allowables, comparing all of them, seeing what the CMS reimbursement is for CPTs are, and going that route. Then, to make it easy for your front desk, if you were to give a discount to self-pay patients for time of service payment, then what you can do is create a fee schedule as like a cheat sheet in your system that if a patient were to be self-pay and they were to pay at the time of service, they get a discount for doing so, or any patient that's going to pay at the time of service for a self-pay service. And the calculations for every CPT is already there, but you still bill them the same CPT codes as if you were billing their insurance. So if they were sick and they came in and you billed someone with the same symptoms and complaints that has insurance and 99213, and then you did a rapid flu and a rapid RSV, and you put those CPT codes for the labs on there with the 99213 to send to insurance, that's exactly what you would bill to the self-pay patient, the 99213 charge, the 2 tests charge, or 3 because you get to do the flu twice because it does A and B, right? And then the RSV, and then you get the total, and then you would give them whatever flat discounted rate you give them for paying at the time of service. If they do not pay at the time of service, then they don't get the discount, and they would go to the usual and customary charges that you have that you send to insurances. You can never bill lower than Medicare allowable to self-pay patients with their discount. And you just have to be very clear in your policies and procedure manuals how you establish your fee schedule, why you give a time of service discount and to who, and explaining that everyone has the same charges. However, you do give a time of service discount, just like you kind of take the contractual adjustments from the insurance company. Again, I'm not a lawyer. I am just somebody who has read the CMS website multiple times. And honestly, having more than one fee schedule just means extra administrative work to maintain those fee schedules. And that is a lot of work in itself already with one. And then you add on additional fee schedules to your already overflowing plate of administrative burden in healthcare that we talk about all the time. And it's just not efficient. It's just not easy. And I just recommend looking at the CMS website, establishing one healthy, fair, usual and customary master fee schedule, and going from there. If you have any questions or comments about this, please leave that in the comments below. Smash the thumbs up button if today's video was helpful, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please share this video with your colleagues to help spread the awareness of my channel. I really appreciate it. Have a good day. Bye-bye.